Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
Good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great start to your day. The good people over at Mary Free Bed and Gilda's Club Grand Rapids have teamed up for an extremely important series of educational workshops that focus on cancer. And joining us today to talk a little bit more about these courses is Lindsay Juzma, the Director of Program Operation at Gilda's Club, and Dr. Naomi Kaplan with Mary Free Bed. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having us, Phil.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And before we get started, I want to let everybody know that, of course, this is a series of workshops, and there are plenty of information available right now over on our website, woodtv.com. I encourage everyone to head on over there right now, and you'll be able to watch this stream in depth and in its entirety right now. You won't have to worry about missing any important information in this live stream. You'll be able to watch it over on our story on our website. And if you're watching us on Facebook, you can find a link to that story right now. It's in the comment section and in the description box. And the first workshop, of course, is tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Mary Free Bed Professional Building. So ladies, I guess just starting out, tell us a little bit about these workshops. The goal of them, obviously, cancer is a very scary topic for anyone dealing with it. So what's sort of the main goal you're trying to achieve with these series of workshops?
Yeah, I think that Lindsay and I were just saying how just the real themes for us is that this is a community workshop or a series of workshops. So it's not just for Mary Free Bed patients or for people who attend Gilda's Club. Really, if anybody in Grand Rapids or the West Michigan area has cancer or has like a loved one affected by cancer, we would love to host you. It's a free community event. And I think one of the big messages, I think, is empowerment, and maybe providing some resources or skills that patients and families weren't aware of. We have so many amazing cancer doctors and radiation doctors and surgeons we're very blessed in this part of the state, but there's other, with the cancer rehabilitation doctors, with Gilda's Club, with community resources, there's so much out there, and we kind of want to share that message.
Absolutely. We're so excited to partner together in this community collaboration with Mary Free Bed and with Gilda's Club Grand Rapids to really open up the conversation with our community and like you said, to come alongside the wonderful medical support that we have here in the community. We have incredible mental health care support as well. And Gilda's Club Grand Rapids really helps to serve as that emotional health care space. And so we're thrilled to partner with Mary Free Bed in the wonderful work that they provide here in the community, and to have this conversation with experts, with our doctors here at Mary Free Bed, all in support of people living with cancer right here in our community. And this is a free event. We welcome anyone who's impacted by cancer. So whether that's you have cancer yourself or you know someone who's living with any type of cancer, this can be a really great opportunity to plug into community. There's light refreshments are provided. The parking is free, and it's a free event. So we welcome anybody who wants to come on over tonight to Mary Free Bed. The doors open at 6 p.m. and then our program begins at 6:30 p.m. And we're thrilled to have a deeper dive conversation into What's Up, Doc? That is our first workshop series. And we're really excited with this workshop series to be able to talk about how can we best communicate with our medical healthcare teams? How can we, as patients, as people living with cancer in the community, really get the most out of our medical appointments? And really, like you said, empowering the community to have these conversations and to feel more comfortable and confident about navigating these important medical decisions and medical conversations when navigating cancer in the community.
Mm-hmm. Right, absolutely. And you mentioned that very first workshop, the What's Up Doc workshop coming up tonight. These other workshops that are going to be happening across the next couple of weeks, really trying to get people educated, whether they have been diagnosed or whether, as you've mentioned, their loved ones are impacted by cancer. What are some of the other workshops, without giving away too much? Obviously, we want people to still kind of be curious about it, but without giving away too much, what are some of these other workshops really going to kind of entail?
Yeah, our plan is to do quarterly workshops, and certainly in the winter, we're going to have a theme of kind of navigating the holidays when experiencing cancer or supporting someone with cancer, because that can be a really tough time of year. And I think we have a lot of other ideas kind of percolating right now, so stay tuned. I think that there is, and we're also hoping that some of the people who attend can also give us some ideas of things that they want to discuss or find out more resources about. So we're also really open to ideas right now.
Yes, cancer can be so overwhelming when you have a cancer diagnosis that whether it's yourself or someone, a loved one or someone in your life that's diagnosed with cancer, we know from our work at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids, being a free cancer and grief support community, and we have the expert doctors here at Mary Free Bed tonight who will be helping to share this information as well. But that it can be so overwhelming emotionally with the amount of information that's being received and how to process that information, and especially when we're feeling overwhelmed, it can be hard to even take in information. So we're really looking forward to having this dialogue and this nice collaboration with Mary Free Bed and Gilda's Club right here in the community to open up that conversation about how to get for this workshop, how to get the optimal information and the best time with your doctor spent. So to really empower our community. So we're really looking forward to that tonight. And then we we empower our community. We want to hear from you living with cancer in your lives or impacted by cancer. What are some topics that you'd like to hear about? We've got a large net here of expertise, and we'd also we want to hear from our members, from the patients, families about what would be helpful to you here in our community, because it's all about having these conversations to empower people who are impacted by cancer.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. And you both kind of mentioned earlier on about just how much this partnership between Gilda's Club and Mary Free Bed really means to both of you to host these workshops. Can you kind of talk about the process, why you thought it was important for these two groups specifically to come together and host these workshops, and really just how that whole process kind of came about?
Absolutely. I think our missions are very complementary, and I think the time was ripe. We had an amazing resident physician, Dr. Hanif, who kind of really helped spearhead and bring us all together. But it was just like really the optimal circumstances. And like I said, I think that kind of how we're trying to support patients in different ways, but ultimately it's for patients with cancer or families to still live their lives and to have that quality of life and to have that emotional and that physical well-being that kind of go hand in hand. So in cancer rehab, we're kind of focusing on that function and activities of daily living and quality of life. And excuse me, you can't really have that, if you don't have that social and emotional support at the same time. So I think that this is just like an amazing partnership, and we're excited for what the future holds.
Absolutely. It's such a neat way to collaborate here in the community with Mary Free Bed and with Gilda's Club Grand Rapids to really empower our community together with the expertise that are at hand here, as well as hearing from members in our community, hearing from you about what it's like to be impacted by cancer. We at Gilda's Club, being a free cancer and grief support community and focusing on that emotional, social side of cancer, we know how important it is to care for the whole person, and not just the person diagnosed, but the whole family. Children, adults, family members, and friends who are impacted by a cancer diagnosis, and to really empower our community for this workshop, having those conversations and feeling comfortable and confident going into your medical appointments, and just coming alongside here in the community, this great partnership to really come alongside your medical care teams. We have incredible medical care teams here in West Michigan, and we're really looking forward to coming alongside and enhancing what that experience is like through feeling prepared for your medical appointments, through having these educational workshops about different topics that are important on the cancer journey. And that's why we're so excited to have this What's Up Doc conversation tonight here at Mary Free Bed.
Right, absolutely. And of course, Just for the people that do decide to come out to these workshops, what are some of the things that they can expect, whether they've been diagnosed with cancer, whether they're here supporting somebody with cancer, whether they just really want to know more about the topic? What are some of the things that are going to be done at these workshops that they can kind of expect to participate in?
Yeah, I think ultimately, it's meant to be a safe, non-judgmental space, very welcoming. We're going to have some light refreshments, show up as you are, no RSVP. We're going to kind of have some prompts to prompt discussion, and people can share as much or as little as they feel comfortable. We'll have some structured content about those topics we've already referred to in terms of how to make your medical appointments as high yield as possible. But I think this really a supportive, engaging experience, what we're hoping for.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity to learn more about cancer rehab, about Gilda's Club, Grand Rapids, and the support that's available right here in our community for yourself or your family, your loved ones who are all impacted by cancer, and really learning more about how to advocate for yourself on the cancer journey, and asking the right questions, of your medical care team, so you can really get the most out of your time and the most out of those appointments. And we're so lucky to have the physicians here at Mary Free Bed joining us tonight, as well as our social workers from Gilda's Club Grand Rapids. And so together it will be such a holistic conversation around supporting people living with cancer.
All right, awesome. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great night. Dr. Kaplan, Lindsay, thank you both so much for being here on the live desk today. We're really looking forward to hearing how this first workshop goes and really kind of following along how these quarterly workshops go over the next couple of months. So thank you both for being here. We really do appreciate it. I do want to remind everybody that we do have way more information on these workshops coming up on all of our later newscasts on News 8, as well as over on woodtv.com. You can find a whole bunch of information there as well. Dr. Kaplan, Lindsay, again, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Phil, for having us.
Of course. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning in to this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.